Hello, folks, and welcome to Roots of Harmony. 15 turns. Oh. It's a demo for this game. I should have brought my keyboard over. I'm not sure how long 15 turns is, but that's doable for now. If it gets higher, we'll switch away from it. So yeah, this is part of the 4X. I think this is part 4X Fest. I don't remember, but it's a demo on Steam I found, and it seemed interesting, so I was gonna give it a go. I've actually still footage from a few next fests back still to come out. I've really fallen behind on my editing. Welcome to Roots of Harmony. Founding a new colony is not an easy task, and maybe it's best to just start from the beginning. Have the name of your colony. This will use to keep track of your save games. It's kind of become the default name for places. Yeah. For generations we have fought and died over lands that were never truly ours. Turmoil led to war, war led to peace, then peace inevitably led us back to turmoil. We lived through one chaotic cycle after another until our coffers ran dry. Unable to defend ourselves, we watched the enemy decimating us, but one morning we finally decided to take the chance. We were only one small group of survivors, a few families struggling to stay alive, but we couldn't just sit there and wait for a certain death, so we fled to the harbour and boarded the first seaworthy vessel, set sail towards the horizon, where there was still some hope. Generating hope. Aboard the ship, you swiftly emerged as the group's natural leader. No one knew who you truly were. Vicious tyrant, cruelty, stability, vanity. So there's like different traits, and if you build too much cruelty, it's a bad thing. Too much vanity, it's a bad thing. But you still, I think, need some. So you have to. It's a balancing act. Vicious tyrant, voodoo worshipper. They're slightly spelled differently, I think. Or maybe that's. Oh, it's dropping in O, I think. Maybe? I have no idea. Reckless trapper. Respectable baron. Feared highwayman. Fancy priest. Gentleman drunkard. We'll go with respectable baron. That sounds reasonable. After endless days battling stormy seas, the distant silhouette of an island emerged on the horizon. After endless days battling stormy seas, the distant silhouette of an island emerged on the horizon. As you drew closer, hints of troubled presence scattered on the shore. But you all decided to ignore the signs and declare this island your new home. Took a few valuable things from the boat, climbed up the hill, and began a new page of your story. Let's begin. There's a short tutorial that gives you a hand for the first 4 turns, which I thought, yes. This main menu. Selecting any sub-menu on this page will open an explanatory pop-up. Please read them each carefully. To begin, open the Doctrines and Perks menu. This is Doctrines menu. Your colony cannot survive without an ideology that brings cohesion to your people. Doctrines are unlocked by spending a resource that is different for each doctrine. Once unlocked, you can recruit new disciples through the recruitment menu. Doctrines have an important impact on events that occur at the end of each turn, but most importantly, it impacts your reputation with other tribes. So we have altruism, despotism, asceticism, hedonism, collectivism, individualism, conservationism, productivism, determinism, existentialism, mysticism, rationalism. When you start a new game, it's a good habit to select your first doctrine as soon as possible. That way you'll know what resources you need to recruit your first disciples. For instance, if you select Mysticism Doctrine, you will unlock the Zealot that requires faith and inspiration. Choose your first doctrine now. So here, altruism. Happiness is only achieved by pleasing others. Gets you to knight. Combat focus, melee. Cost 4 benevolence, 3 vanity. 3 vanity. With additional 8 and 4 per knight. And there you see their stats. They also Piercer, that ignores damage reduction of the target's armor. Meanwhile, Despotism. A centralized power guarantees cohesion and stability. Oppressor. It's a ranged one. Higher hit points too. Jesus. Medium armor though. Range attacks have 25% chance of inflicting burning, which causes 6 damage per turn for 3 turns. Honestly, it almost seems better than what I have. Higher dodge on the knight. Asceticism. Higher states of mind are only accessible through temperance. Gets you to monk. Banisher deals double damage against mystical creatures, vampires, djinns, phantoms, etc. Hedonism. Purpose in life is to consciously satisfy all our desires. Gets you to Vindicator. Freezer. Melee attacks a 20% chance of slowing down the target and inflicting freezing, which causes 3 damage per turn for 4 turns. Collectivism. The interests of group always come first. Cultist. Udra has a chance to gain 1 random consumable at the end of a battle if you're the attacker. Versus Striker. Individual. As everyone should think about themselves first, then society will come in second. Not really sure it works like that or it works like this, but all attacks have 20% chance to be critical, dealing 50% more damage. That's insane. But getting random lootables does seem damn useful. We must reduce our consumption and preserve our resources. Archivist. Range attacks have 25% chance to mobilize the target for 4 turns. All attacks deal 100% more damage when health is below 40. Vanquisher. Determinism. Everything's linked and our will is determined by higher forces. Reliever. Reduces all overtime damage dealt to an ally by 1, cumulative with other relievers up to maximum 3. 1, 2. Each soul is unique and has its own inclinations. Bleeder. My attacks have 20% chance of inflicting bleeding, which causes 4 damage per turn over 3 turns. There are worlds we cannot see, yet we interact with them. Poisoner. Equalizer. All damage received are treated like if the attacker's damage multiplier was 1.5. Huh. Just going by what we've seen so far, that's not really much of a thing, but I suppose if someone has an insane bonus against something, that is a reduction. Go with altruism. Or you want to choose the following doctrine, altruism. It will impact reputations by a bonus or malus of 10 points, depending on whether a given tribe has chosen this doctrine or the opposite one. Good choice. Now back to the main menu. You can see at the top of your screen, you're currently lacking the resources to recruit the tribe associated with the doctrine you just chose. To fix that, you need to construct some buildings that will generate the resources you need. Open the production menu. This is the production menu. From here you can order new buildings to produce the resources that you see at the top of one, two. This is the production menu. From here you can order new buildings to produce resources. You can see it on the screen. To produce a resource, the building needs an input that's transformed into an output after each turn. Each building is constructed on a plot, and each land that you conquer has a random number of plots, depending on its land type. Those plots are abstractly represented as a list. Some buildings have adjacency bonuses, so make sure you optimize their placement. Each building is unique, you cannot build more than once. You can queue as many buildings as you want, and each building takes one turn to be built. This production screen will be available to you at every turn, so feel free to experiment. Try to have at least one building add at least one building to the construction queue now. Remember that each building is unique, you can never have two buildings at the same time. Back. I can't go back. I don't remember what I needed for. Well, it's benevolence, so let's try and find benevolence. Oh, colorful flowers, will you cure our disdain? Everyone's happy when they get better furniture. I wonder why. Ah! Okay, that's funny. Production per turn output. Knowledge 1. Cruelty 1 if adjacent to WoW. Little tip. Huh. What they say might be wrong, but let them say it. Okay, I'm thinking getting a... Cruelty 1 if next to the Hunter's Lodge. Okay, I'm thinking Gardener's Cabin, then a herbalist shop. Actually, a shelter might be a good idea. What do you need? Vanity. Yeah, put it in health to it? Huh. Then I guess I'll build you, and then you. Oh, actually, no, I can't do that. Or no, I didn't want to trade health for vanity. I was gonna trade that through this. Let's redo this. Okay, so thinking do this, and then either workshop or palisade. We'll hold off. Exploration. This is the exploration menu. From here you can see the island is composed of 4 lines going in 4 directions, each starting from the core land of your colony, Crossroads. Each direction has a number of lands that you can explore using your disciples. They're all composed of various points of interest, and most lands controlled by local tribes. When disciples need to go from one direction to another, it's important to understand they can't move diagonally. Instead, they have to go through Crossroads, which is very centered the island. In other words, all movement from a direction to another must go through the center. Okay, select north. As you see, this land is currently unexplored and you can't see what's beyond a non-explored land. So right now, the list just shows one option plus your mainland crossroads. That is saved during tutorial. Send the scout to explore the unexplored land in the north. Can't use Vincent, so it's either these and they're the same. So let's go to the west. One thing you want to avoid is disciples that are idling. Each turn counts, so it would be a shame not to use them. On the disciples menu. Disciples menu. From here, you have an overview of what your disciples are doing, and if any of them is idling. Your disciples can explore, fight, train, many other things that you discover while wandering the island. Clicking on disciple opens a menu where you can rename them or give them a direct order. You can also see their different statistics, which are mainly used in combat. Missed one. All your disciples can be moved through either the exploration menu or disciples one. Order your militia to move to the west, where one of your scouts has already been sent. It's often a good idea to not explore too many directions at the same time, as this land is full of opportunities. May need more than one disciple to fully explore them. All your disciples have been assigned to a task. You can now go back to the main menu and end your first turn. A guy came up with a card game event a few days ago, and now everyone's playing. How wonderful. Playing games is bad, everyone knows it. Burn the cards. Too cruelty. I want to play. Plus communication, -1 skill. Welcome to the new turn. You should have one building finished now. To check what resources you are producing every turn, click on the top panel. If you play with keyboard setting only, you'll find the same menu via the production screen. This menu is very important as it lists all resource modifiers affecting your colony, even ones not linked to your buildings, so keep an eye on it. Back to the main menu. Milestones menu are deactivated in the demo. Your territory being very limited, it's important to think about expanding it as soon as possible, but in which direction? Well, this is where the milestones can help you, because the last milestone you receive is always about exploring all lands in one specific direction. In this case, we need to explore the west. Keep an eye on those milestones, because they'll make you play differently from one playthrough to another. 1, 2. So west plus 10 total resources. Open the exploration menu and take a look at the land your scout revealed, West 1. The land West 1 is only defended by one enemy disciple, a warden. If you hover over Disciple now, you'll see he's very good against medium armor. Unfortunately, your militia is wearing such armor, which makes this battle too risky at this point of the game. But West 1 has another point of interest. There is an explorer on the land. Talk to the explorer and buy a map from him. You see a man walking towards you. He's holding a notepad on which he seems to make some drawings. Wave at him for him to stop. What are you doing? I'm an explorer, he says. I have a map here that will reveal the next 3 lands that you don't know. So to you for 5 wild. Go back to West 2. This land is owned by the Abitas, and is only defended by one mediocre disciple, a diver. Besides, one of the plots has a fate bonus on it, which can be useful. Now, directly from your current menu, order both your militia and near scout to move to this land. Note, most of your disciples can move 2 lands per turn. Both disciples arrive at West 2 in 1 turn, and because battles only happen at the end of a turn, that means you'll be able to conquer this land in 2 turns. In the meantime, let's use your other scout. Go back to North 1. Many lands can be investigated by your disciples to find hidden treasures. Scouts are very good at it, because it takes them 2 turns instead of 3 to investigate land. Send your scout to investigate North 1 now. Can get you consumables, valuable gifts, or random resource. There's a falcon. The Praver steals 46 hit points on each successful melee attack. Beast can be tamed by a Beastmaster. Central gives an essence on that. Brawler cannot do range attacks. Piercer ignores armor. Go back to main menu and end turn. While we were exploring surroundings of a young settlement, we found something interesting. An artifact. You can offer to any tribe to increase reputation. That'll be useful. Turn 3. When you engage in combat, you need to think a few turns in advance, because if you annoy a tribe or one of their allies, you'll eventually have to face some invaders. Those invaders will attack your closest land if it isn't the closest land if it's less than 10 lands away. Now go back to West 2 and engage some combat against the Abitas. can't fully read this because of this thing. Your disciples have many uses, including combat. All battles are automatic resolve, meaning that instead of controlling your disciples manually, you only give them general commands for the battle. You can tell them to favor melee attacks or ranged attacks and what enemy to shoot target in priority. Two disciples have engaged in combat. This battle will be solved at the end of your next turn. Okay, low skill. Great. Buddy card game. Welcome to your first battle. Here you can see on the left all the battles that you must resolve before your next turn. Combat is always automatic, meaning that apart from setting the priority target and the combat style of your each disciple, cannot intervene during the battle. Over your attack area, you'll be able to retreat at any moment with no penalty. I like the music. Battle begins. Round 1. Clinton Diver moves from position 19 to 17, shoots Nick, Scout, and does 4 damage. Mush moves from 0 to 2, Scout 10 to 13, shoots and misses. Scout is actually trying to melee the enemy diver and somehow has reloaded. I don't get that one, but sure. Goddamn grudge match there. You can retry it. We found several apple trees just right next to our land. Keep everything for yourself. Give those apples to the children. One benevolence, one health. Congratulations. You've conquered your first land. All your units have regenerated their hit points after the battle, and you'll soon be able to recruit more units to defend your lands against potential invaders. You might consider gifting a gem to Beatus via your inventory menu, if you want to calm them down. You're on your own, read your new messages, take a look at other menus, enjoy the rest of the story of your colony. Investigating Nor 1, he suddenly felt important by the task he was given. He felt proud. Unfortunately, his lack of humility probably made him miss a few things, plus one vanity. Just completed. Capture first land. Shortage of skill. Items, consume them. Give them to the Beatus. Oh great, minus 50. Great. They're quite aggressive. All this is procedurally generated, so the names, the groups will be different every time. They're quite aggressive. They live naked. They're selfish. They care about nature. They believe in astrology. They believe in what they know. Well, I suppose this is better than they believing in what they don't know. I don't know how. I don't believe. I don't know nuclear physics, thus I believe in it. I don't even know what I don't know. I believe it so strongly. They trade timber for one inspiration per turn. Outward unknown. Reputation with their allies will also increase by 10 if you attack them. Come their allies at 40. Attack you if your reputation falls to negative 30. I want to give a better gift. I want to hold off on the artifact. Ooh, auto explore, auto investigate. North is cold, dangerous, though it's not the best place to build a settlement. There's lots to discover. West is most composed of single forest. It spreads on flat land and offers many ideal places to build a settlement. South is treacherous desert, can sometimes be your best friend, sometimes your worst enemy. Besides, it offers a lot of lands to build. East is a windy terrain along the sea. You manage to go through the boggy land, you might eventually find an ideal place to build a settlement. Three buildings over 2 lands and total of 11 plots. That's 2. Oh, and I can't build these here either. The whole skill thing seems... You'll gain skill if it's adjacent to the lumberjack's camp. but that will die after a little bit. Recruitment menu. One, two, three. Yeah, the game wouldn't cooperate this way, so I have to just record the screen. It's not a big deal. Get some vanity. Next turn we'll get it. Though I need to sort the skill issue, which is sorting out at the other place. Tribe menu, made of 4 lines and going 4 directions, inhabited by several tribes. Reputation with those tribes is too low, they'll start invading your closest lands, and if they're high enough, you'll become allies and they'll grant you blessings in order to boost yourselves in combat. Craft work to wealth, fruits to cruelty. Ooh, we can actually trade with these. Herbs for health. To open a trade route, you need a reputation greater than 0. You will then gain the resource that the tribe is ready to exchange, plus 1 reputation moment. They can be blocked by highwayman. If that happens, you'll need to kill him in order to resume the trade. Attempting to send that artifact. Hold off for the moment. We adopted altruism and our people are grateful for that decision. Now we have the option to become philanthropists and dedicate part of our budget to help others and reduce inequality. Agree. Philanthropy, which is +1 benevolence, -1 wealth, or disagree. An extra bit of benevolence would be good, but we don't have any wealth increase right now and we're broke. We can make it work. We discovered the Nadox. They weave an order, refuse any kind of pleasure. They're selfish, very good builders. They have no walls. They pray several times a day. Trade bread for wealth. We're already at -10. Reports from various parts of the island. Our scouts are counting more disciples than they saw before, so the tribes seem to recruit more people over time. It's worrying, to say the least, so we should definitely keep an eye on our enemies. Because of the skill shortage, we're doing worse here. Scorched land, -1 greed. Jeez. Kevin McLeod. In Computech. I think that's the name of the site. I swear I heard it wrong once, or I misremembered it, and then it forever stuck as that. And now I can't remember what it should be, if I'm indeed getting it wrong. It's annoying. After everything we've endured those past few weeks, some have suggested we should prepare a feast, celebrate life and love. And waste our precious food, no way. +1 greed. Yes, but make it small. 1 benevolence. And make it big. 2 benevolence, -1 health. Yeah, we'll go middle of the road. An old treasure, 1 wealth. Altar of greed. Cannot conquer this land. This altar is made out of a strange yellow stone in which several laughing faces have been sculpted. Whoever sacrifices enough greed on this altar will be able to convert any essence into another random one. You can also sacrifice your disciples at this altar in order to retrieve all of their essences. Runes Townhouse. +1 knowledge. What do I need to do right now? Do 1 more vanity. Not sure what to get. Farm phase 2. Will I even get access to a phase? Maybe. Could be 10. Excuse me. Feels as if you're putting down temporary buildings when I can't, when I'm getting reduced to production. One of our elders seems quite depressed these days. Says it misses our motherland and then nothing will be the same anymore. Complaining about it certainly will not help. +1 communication. He's right, but that's a good thing. Benevolence. We found the bandage. No more lands to investigate. Colony's not a village. We've wild. Don't take longer, output will be halved. We've got a lot more. Phase 2, split in half. Bakery. Bread and butter, who needs more than that? Cost benevolence. How much are we getting free? I could go for that. Branding room. Being marked as being owned. The event can spawn a thief that steals your wealth. Community center, the true heart of any society. One benevolence, getting inspiration. Dyer's kiosk world is about nuance. One fate, getting inspiration. Explorer's camp. We can explore the world, but we'll never know ourselves. One fate for one knowledge and one inspiration. Farm. One health. You eat a farmer 3 times a day. One health for skill. Additional skill next to a branding room. Seems iffy. Silence of the dead is sometimes more valuable than the words of the living. Spawn of ghosts that disrupts recruitment. Gives fate and vanity. Bonus with the pub though. An extra bit of communication. Put in inspiration, get a benevolence. Benefits for the Dyer's kiosk and Healer's hut. Gives you an extra health. Evolve into apothecary when you reach next phase. Health for knowledge and vanity. Can spawn a fanatic that will damage your stability. Not what I wanted to build. At least cancelling is a thing. Wooden sculpture. Nobody knows what it represents, but it's nice. Weaver shop. Slowly, but surely. Just pouring out some of the drink. consumes a greed, but gives stability. At least it will stop wild animals. Yeah, the Phase 1 version's gone. School, trade 1 wealth for knowledge. Okay, I need skill. Okay, and we're ignoring the branding room, so need somewhere here for health. Okay. The Dyer's kiosk gets bonus from inspiration from that. Makes me tempted in putting off in not building this here, and that I should take over another place and do it there. Investigate. Ooh, I can actually recruit a knight now. Recruited your first knight. You'll be redirected to the order menu, where you can rename it. Disciples give him a move order, amongst other things. At this stage of the game, your first priority should be expansion of territory, whereas one have enough plots to construct more buildings. You should compare your damage multipliers with the enemy's armor and vice versa, otherwise your chances are running thin. Four of 30. Jesus. There's more to it than I thought. 11 wealth. Oof. Our carpenter just got badly injured while using his saw. despotism. He must keep working with everyone how brave he is. Make him a model. It's just scratch, force him to continue. Cruelty. Send some help immediately. Fucking hell. Necromancer's Tower. Isolated tower is covered with snow and seems to be abandoned. Said that anyone spends enough time within its walls will receive the curse of the undead. Our last painting workshop didn't go so well. People were arguing about the relation between art and nature. Somebody even questioned the role of art in a colony. Art is indeed unnecessary, minus to inspiration. Art is crucial to any society, plus to greed. If only they knew how much money you could make with art. Trade route is blocked. One man has appeared in the north. Found the elixir. Nice. Tribes and trade. I'm not sure where the highwayman is. Unless it's the goddamn giant falcon. It's blocked in an unexplored land? How does that work? I guess the highwayman is camped out there and moves to intercede. So we have to strike at his place to get rid of him. turn, then I can do it. Some people spotted some debris in the sea. They suggest that we dive there in order to recover potential tools and materials. Of course, that might be dangerous. Do it, but don't dive too deep. Team came back a few hours later and found some tools, but most of them were broken. Better than nothing. Plus 1 skill. Hoorah. Treasure wealth. 117 total lands. Jesus. Oh, I have to actually meditate. I want to take land from people that are actually friendly with me. Our gardener came to us today with a big smile on his face. He says the soil here is fantastic and so he has beautiful flowers growing everywhere. Happy flowers, essence of joy. You've just received an essence. In case you didn't notice yet, essences can imbue your disciples with mystical power to improve their characteristics. Each disciple has a maximum capacity of essences, and this cannot be modified. Also, wisdom status increases after each battle. To be imbued with an essence, they must have one for each capacity. All essences cost 1 capacity, and a various amount of wisdom, generally 1 to 3, depending on the strength of the essence. Note that the only way to retrieve them is to sacrifice them on an altar. Which is hot. Abandoned hut is entangled between 2 majestic trees. Although it's empty, you can still hear whispers of its previous owner. Since some will meditate here, they'll receive the following trait, Healer. Use 1 random ally for 3 to 4 hit points on each turn. Meditate here. Also investigate. Nice move. One turn left. There's not much left to the demo. It was only turn 15. Last night, you fell asleep near a river. Around midnight, you woke up, alarmed by a distant voice. It sounded like a woman singing, but after a while, you understood it was just the sound of the river. I don't believe it. It was a voice, a spirit, one fate. Silly me, one knowledge. Grab a knowledge. A new ally. Sorry, a new tribe. Fearful creature. There's a tavern on this land. Enter the tavern. You're surprised to see that the tavern is quite busy. In the corner there's a jam going on, but no one seems to pay attention. All around you the mellow men are reshaping the world with their loud opinions, while in the back others are playing cards. Our mercenary. Gamble. Dark Area Tavern, a man and woman look at you with a grin on their face. Get drunk with the loud men. Amused by one group of men, you decide to take a few beers with them. You understand that they each come from different tribes, so you prefer to hide your true identity. Drink a reasonable amount of beer, 1 inspiration. A lot of beer. Lose 1 health, will gain 2. Oh, just a reasonable amount. The more you drink, the more awkward words become. At some point, you say something that one guy doesn't like, and he jumps at you. Kick him. You fight for 2 long minutes, but at the end, you fall to the ground. Your ears bleeding, your head hurts. North. There's a necromancer in this land. Haunter forbids recruitment. Mystical is particularly dangerous. Bleeder and undead. 10 versus medium. Pff, fucking hell. That's nasty. We'll just move on. Keep hoping to find that hostile tribe, so I can just take their other place off them or something. Last night, at the bonfire, Lady stood up and recited a poem. Everyone was filled with joy, and her words continued to resonate in their minds during all night. How beautiful. Inspiration 1, stability 1. A new tribe. 10 points, meditation. Creature. We know how to trade. Sacred plot from ruins of a bakery. What? Pull everyone back and we'll just take here. Actually, no, I think I left it too late. The moon was so bright last night that some of our folk that think this is a sign for us that this moon should be celebrated from now on. Agree for one faith, disagree for agreed. Sure. Oh, demo's already over. Well, I enjoyed it. I was hoping that it would play out turn 15, but it's fine. I enjoyed it. I've already forgotten the name, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It's an interesting game. Not sure how long it could hold my attention. It's very different to what I normally played, or else I've played before, but I do like it. I do like it. the demo was so short, it feels like it ended before it could really kick into gear. So it ended before you could really see too much of it. But it does seem interesting. It does seem interesting. Fuck, it's hot. Okay. It's on the tail end of summer, and the heat is killing me. Like we have, like the only ventilation I've got going on right now is my window on the latch. Suppose I could open it wider in here, but it'll be a bitch to try and close it. I have to reach over my table. The table's like right in front of it. I suppose I could probably kneel on the bed and get to it a bit better, but either way, it's going to be an awkward reach. So it's just on the latch, and so the amount of airflow, like it's much cooler outside, but the heat is really built up in my room, so it's a lot hotter than it should be. I'm sweating with it. But yeah, I like the game. The music was grand. It's Kevin MacLeod's work. You've probably heard him before. He does tons of royalty-free stuff, and I've actually had a little bit in one of my videos before. The I think it was the first episode of my return to StarCraft custom campaigns. The like recent return, the in 2025. Um, I can't remember what it was. It's been too long since I recorded it. I recorded a few videos of of that, so I can't quite remember. But it was one of the. It was a modded campaign. We'll separate it out like that. It was a modded campaign rather than a custom. For me, the distinguishing factor a custom campaign would be like Odyssey or Antioch Chronicles or UED, um, First Light. I think that's what it was called. UED First Light, Last Light. I can't remember. That. Those are custom campaigns. It's a fan story. It's that. But when you take, say, Wings of Liberty and change stuff up, here's new units, here's new this, it's a modded campaign. So, yeah, it was a modded campaign of Wings of Liberty. There was a little bit of his music in it. Kept meaning to put like a little note in the comments, but every time I think of, oh, I should go do that, I'm doing something else. And whenever I could do it, you know, I'm not available to do it, you know? So, yeah. But, yeah, I like the game. It's very different to a lot of stuff I've played before. Like, I've played, you know, settlement games previously. I played, you know, 4X previously. But I never played a text-driven one like this, and in the way it's done. I do like it. It is interesting, and I would be interested in seeing more. I might pick it up at some point, but there's a lot on my docket to play. There's a lot on my docket to do, and I kind of want to do other stuff with my life. You know, I don't want everything to be about the channel. It's not like I'm making money off it. If I was making money off it, I could feel a bit more comfortable in dedicating more time to it. But I think I've dedicated too much time to it as is. I have, what was it, 17k videos on my channel? Yeah, I don't have a life. I kind of want to get one. So, yeah, I will be. I'll be. I want to do other things as well, basically. I'm trying to work on my own novels. Not that I'm making much progress on that front. You can actually see it down there. See the. Oh, actually, no, you can't. I have a thing set up to block out the bottom bar. But, just below this is my Libre office. And I have one of the things open. I've been debating doing readings of my work. It'll be effectively an alpha read. It's not like I have an editor. So yeah, thinking indie publishing. I've heard too much negatives about standard publishing. But so yeah, I like the game. It's different to what I play. Like there's similarities with other things. I played City Builders. I played 4X, but never a fully like text-driven thing. And just the style of it is rather interesting. I quite like it. I suppose I could run through the demo again, but it's only 15 turns. I don't think it's long enough to really get a good taste of it. Excuse me. But I do think it's something that could be interesting. I'm just gonna drop footage for a sec. So it Roots of Harmony. Oh god, it's only €3.20. It's 20% off right now, but even at £4, that's nothing. Yeah, I can easily justify getting this game. I thought it was going to be more, folks. I honestly thought it was going to cost more. I kind of just like, oh, demo, cool. I kind of ignored the thing of it. But yeah, no, that's definitely a feasible buy. Um, but I have gotten the game recently and I haven't played it at all. So on principle, I kind of don't want to get another Underrail. That footage will be coming out eventually. Uh, but I want to actually make some progress in it. It's in my RPG backlog, which is our side RPG backlog, separate thing to my soul, to what's been taken over by my FromSoft games backlog. Basically, there was an RPG backlog, but then I started doing Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Sekiro, Elden Ring, then back to DES. I've since finished DES, done Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and well, I haven't released anything past the end of DES first run. So there's all that backlog to get through there. So I had what was meant to be a concurrent backlog of RPG stuff. So like me playing Monster Hunter Wild and no Rise, Monster Hunter Rise, and different things. Bloodstained in a side backlog, but it's completely fallen apart. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. I do like this game. It is interesting, and I could certainly see me coming back and playing more. When I would, I have no idea. Like I said, I got under rail and I never really. I played some hours of it, but I haven't made much progress in it at all. It is quite the ball buster of a game. Um, I can barely get outside the base, fight a little, then go back to heal, and eventually enemies respawn. So, yeah. So it's certainly feeling like a slog right now. And then I'm getting distracted with WoW and different things. So, but anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to check it out yourself, you can go find it on Steam. Hopefully, I don't dawdle too long in getting this out to you, and the demo's still available. But even if it isn't, honestly, it's only £4. It's not exactly a hard sell. So, if you want to give it a try, you can go pick it up on Steam. But till then, folks, love and peace, baby.